this on?
I stand here with hope. Hope that things will get better for everybody struggling like I struggle. And I couldn't do this without the WWE.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of What's Wrong with Wrestling. I'm Andrew Pisano, along with my brother Joe Pisano and Eric Slamilton Hamilton.
There are confirmed 72 members of Retribution.
Right.
And they all showed their wonderful heads on Raw.
I counted 74.
It was just so great.
I had 73. That's so weird.
They start with just a few, and you're like, well, that's The Miz.
Right.
I don't know
Yeah.
if they meant to,
It's
like,
so
show us his
fucking
whole
obvious
face.
now.
Yeah.
That's The Miz. It's his height. It's everything. It's his eyes.
People online were like, oh, that's Adam Cole's. Like, what the fuck what are you talking about?
That is The Miz.
It's clearly The Miz.
100%.
It's only The Miz.
The Miz,
There's no one else.
Dijakovic, yeah. He came late to the ring. I mean,
Yes.
it's fine.
Right.
Look, wrestling doesn't have to be a mystery. You could put little things in there, and then, like, if they reveal The Miz as a part of this, you good with that?
Sure.
I don't care.
Sure. He'll make something of it. Make him a good heel again, not this
You
bullshit
can't have
heel.
Dijakovic be the leader on the mic. That's just not going to
right,
work.
of course not.
Right.
And then they go, whatever. And then, like, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like, all of a sudden, they're like, wait, there's 30 of these guys?
Yeah.
Like the
Oh
ranks
my
grew
God.
faster than NWO.
But how are they gonna? But like at this point, they almost have to reveal that many people.
No. They're going to reveal 20 people?
One
How many
by
were
one.
fighting at the end?
One,
Like,
12.
Once
They're
a
12?
week.
12. There's
Once
not
a
going to be
week.
12.
They have to.
No.
But that
No,
whole
they don't.
the whole video of them popping up in the background to
They're not
show
gonna- no, like,
we have numbers.
It's the Dark Order.
Yeah.
There's endless amounts of them,
it's
but
the
there's
total
going to be a
rip-off.
certain
You'll never know more than like 5.
It's a
Yeah.
total ripoff of the Dark Order.
Yeah, it is.
They just have minions like the Dark Order does.
Right.
Creepers.
Yeah.
But they could always, they'll start with 5. They could always, oh, we got a new member. Oh, and like another guy comes out and takes his mask off. But
Yeah.
who knows when that's going to happen?
Yeah, they'll reveal the higher power.
It's not the Miz.
What?
It's Miz.
It was me, Miz.
It's Miz's dad.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Oh my
No, it's
God.
just Miz is just
He's
a part
like-
of it. Never talks.
Yeah.
They don't really talk about it. Like,
Yeah.
the Miz. Wait, the Miz? What? That's a big deal. No, he's just a part of it.
No, he's just here.
Okay.
He's not going to say anything.
Fair.
Yeah. So all right, we're gonna get into it. All the good. Well, I don't know if there was anything good, but the bad and the ugly for sure.
Fun fact, this is the first episode in like 5 weeks we haven't done like a birthday or a prediction. This
Wow.
is like a regular show.
Like a gift or a prediction.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of feel like it's my birthday, so we can just pretend like it's my birthday.
That Stacy Cleep.
I
Thank
got me this.
Oh.
So I'm going to put it back there. Thank you, Eric.
Late with the presents again. All right, so we have to thank a few new people who signed up on Patreon. So thank you to Matt Brown, Moyed Tafor, and Cody Horecker.
Oh, very nice.
I think
Wreck
that's his
them
real name. I
hoes.
think it's Horecker maybe.
Yeah.
But I
Sure.
like Horecker better.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's
Yeah.
a great. Hey, I'm Cody Horecker. Nice to meet you.
Horecker.
Hope it's real. That'd be a great name.
I think it is.
I would also like to personally thank everyone that's listening right now.
Aw.
So,
Wow.
thank you.
Joe, you got
How many listeners do we have?
A lot.
Thank you.
Anyways, you can sign up
SmackDown
at
star.
sign up patreon.com/what's wrong with wrestling. Gets just $5 a month, gets you everything. Try it for 1 month. If you don't like it, cancel it, but you won't.
You won't.
We got all the brackets, all the fucking pay-per-view recaps, Wednesday Night War recaps, all that good shit.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
And later this month we're gonna do another draft.
Yeah.
The 2020 draft.
If you like hearing the exploits of an illiterate grown man who works at a newspaper, Wednesday Night War.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And if you
Them is
wanna-
fighting words.
Yeah.
If you want to
Probably.
see guys recapping a dude fucking an alligator, Patreon.
Right.
And Money Plane.
In a pro wrestling match, it's you all day. But like in a real fight, I think I got my money on Josh. He's a wild card. Like I'd put Josh against me. I might pick Josh. You just don't know. You don't know what he's got. I feel like there's something underneath. Like all of his pain and suffering will just unload all over whoever he fights. So
Maybe.
don't be his first fight. Be his like second fight. Like you both have warm up fights.
Oh, okay.
Let him get his aggression out.
Like Raw Underground.
Like
then-
fucking.
Yeah.
No, like Raw Underground,
Yeah.
I'm going to fight 2 guys,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to let the third guy come, and it's not a jobber anymore, and then, I lose. What a
Right.
dumbass.
Yes.
How stupid.
Yes.
Or like maybe you should go, I'm good with 2. So
Yeah.
thank
Yeah.
you guys.
All right, that's it.
You know,
I
I'm not a
beat
bitch.
two.
I'm
That's
just
kind of
tired.
weird, so I'm just going to stop.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I'm out.
Keep my MMA record.
Right.
We also have someone who bought a T-shirt, so we want to thank Owen Patton for buying a pizza.
Yeah.
the
T-shirts.
red one?
I don't know.
All right.
Maybe.
Should be. That's a good one.
Yeah, so you can get a T-shirt at prowrestlingtees.com/What's Wrong with Wrestling, just $19.99. All right, so SmackDown starts with Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. Heyman introduces the number one contender, Jey Uso. They show us pictures of Jey and Roman when they were kids to prove that they're not just cousins.
Oh.
They're brothers.
They were in a boy band together, apparently.
Right. But they are just cousins.
They're really just cousins.
They are only cousins.
So Jey thanks Heyman, but Paul says this was all Roman's idea.
Kissing cousins?
Yeah. Roman then tells Jey, you don't have to thank me. We're blood. You earned this. This is your moment. But at Clash of Champions, it won't be your moment because this title has to stay with me. So then King Corbin interrupts and he says, this is an abuse of power. This is bullshit. Sheamus comes out and agrees with Corbin.
Bullshit.
So Jey challenges Sheamus and Corbin to a tag team match. Take a listen.
How about this then, Oos? How about both of you prepare to take this tag match between me and Big Cuz right here? Check it. We can call it the blood versus butt mud.
So was it butt mug
Yeah.
or butt thug?
Butt mud.
Butt mud.
Butt mud.
Butt mud.
Why?
Well, it's mud butt. That's he flipped the words. Mud butt.
But why is mud butt?
I think it's
How does
like,
that refer to them?
I think it's like when you poop and then when you wipe, it's just all muddy and gross.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like a really sloppy poop.
Oh, that's awful.
A big runny dump, you know?
He could have just said diarrhea. That would have been
Like
a
you've
word.
eaten Chipotle like every
Right, the
meal
joke
for
doesn't
3
make
weeks straight.
sense. It's horrible. But if you listen close, I asked Leo to record this, and you get 7-year-olds love this stuff,
Right.
So you can actually hear Leo laugh. Listen.
Butt mud.
He had like that under his breath.
Like
out,
the first time he recorded it, and he laughed out loud. I was like, Leo, I can't use that. Record it again, and he couldn't do it.
Oh boy.
Because they said the word butt.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
right.
Butt mud.
Poopy caca fart.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
right. Leo's at that age where I could just be like, "Hey, Leo," and he'll
Yeah,
crack up.
Of
you know?
course.
He will shit his pants.
Yeah.
So Sheamus and Corbin attack Jey, but Jey throws them both out of the ring while Roman just watches. And then Jey's music plays for a bit, but then Roman's music plays, and Jey's looks at Roman as if he did
He
that.
did it.
He
Right.
did.
He's like, "Oos,
Oos?
why'd you do that?"
Yeah.
Press the button. I see
Roman-
it on your shirt. It's right there.
Roman's like, "I'm pretty sure that was retribution. I don't know." That's
Right, yeah.
I thought Oos
Paul
meant
Heyman
brother.
controls
Doesn't
the
Oos
music.
mean brother, like
Yeah.
my brother?
Yeah.
So why did he call Corbin and Sheamus Oos when he was talking to them?
I don't know. I think it's
Just like the Street Profits. Like, they call everyone fam.
I think
listen, listen, people, we're about to fight.
Yeah.
Listen, fam.
It's like
Yeah.
Hogan with brother.
Yeah.
Oh, brother, even his enemies, brother.
Yeah.
True.
Brother.
True.
Let me tell you something, brother. I'm going to beat you up, brother.
Yeah.
So next up we have AJ Styles versus Jeff Hardy for the Intercontinental Championship. Of course.
Yeah.
Before the match, Sami Zayn was in the production truck yelling, and he actually cuts to commercial himself.
Yeah.
They're like, wait, no, don't do that. And then,
But at least he's like pressing buttons and
Right.
then it cuts off like mid sentence.
Right.
Okay. That's production value.
yeah,
he might have sent it to commercial even
seems
though it was already
realistic.
going to commercial.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
So then after Jeff and Styles come out, Sammy comes out and he says this isn't a real Intercontinental Championship match. So Adam Pearce comes out with security to remove Sammy and he leaves. However, 10 minutes later, Sammy comes out, beats both of them up. So it ends in a DQ. And then Jeff tries to walk up the ramp but then collapses. And then outside the locker room, new reporter Elise Ashton says she was told that Jeff Hardy never lost consciousness. So that's good. Then AJ Styles walks up and says, I could beat Jeff Hardy and Sami Zayn to prove that I'm the one and only Intercontinental Champion, even though he's the only one that's not the Intercontinental Champion.
Correct.
But, like we said, that we expected this triple threat match.
Yeah.
For sure.
Which could be the match of the night at Clash of Champions.
Could be.
But then later, Sammy shows up in the trainer's room, and Jeff attacks him, and they start fighting, and they cut away because that's interesting.
Yeah, you don't want to see that.
But again, what was the point of him passing out as he was walking up?
I don't know.
Oh,
What was the
his
point of
brother-
saying he
his
didn't lose
brother?
consciousness?
He did a Matt Hardy.
It was an ode to Matt.
Ode to how
Just 'cause you almost
fucked him
died.
over.
Right.
So next up, we go backstage, and the Street Profits, they invade Cesaro and Nakamura's championship lounge.
Whatever that is.
However, Cesaro and Nakamura have a match now, and they tell the Street Profits, don't touch anything. And then Dawkins tosses himself some popcorn.
It's a small table with 2 bottles of champagne,
Yeah.
3 glasses, and 3 buckets of popcorn. That's a party.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the championship celebration.
What
Now
a
that's a
party.
party.
So we have Cesaro and Nakamura versus the Lucha House Party. During the match, the championship lounge appears on the Titantron, and now it's a packed house. I mean, we got everyone. We got Matt Riddle, Drew Gulak,
Right, yeah.
And others.
All there for 3 bottles of champagne.
Like Matt Riddle just standing there like,
I'm at the party. Duh, bro. Hey, bro.
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
To be
why
fair,
him?
like Chris Jericho's celebration was like a vegetable tray
Right.
and 1 bottle of champagne.
But
Right.
that's kind of funny and ironic.
Right.
Why is Matt Riddle at this celebration?
Yes.
Like they couldn't find any other jobbers? Isn't everyone that works for the company in this area right now?
Yeah.
This was Riddle's only thing he did this week. You couldn't have found anyone else
No.
to be in there? Like
You
it's
couldn't
like a
even
slap in the
use this
face.
opportunity to set up his next match.
It's just
Like someone could have spilled something on him. Hey, bro.
Right.
I'll flip-flop you
hey,
next
we
week.
need you, and you. Yeah, okay, come over here.
Yeah, we're the Viking Raiders. They could have been hanging out there.
No,
They're
this
like
is
they're
well, that'd be
no,
another
no.
wild card.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's not enough. Come
Yeah.
on.
Remember, it's
me a break.
based quarterly.
Right.
It's quarterly, Joe.
Right.
Yeah.
So this, of course, distracts Cesaro, and Kalisto rolls him up for the win. That's a roll up.
Got it.
We're counting all of them.
Yeah. Again, wild cards. Roll.
Next up, we have a Bayley in-ring promo while she sits on the chair that she murdered Sasha with.
I liked that.
And Bayley says she knows that Sasha was just waiting for the right moment to betray her, so I did it first. She says she never cared about Sasha. She was only using her. And this was a lot of the same lines. They took all... It seems like they did this on purpose. But a lot of the lines she used is when Triple H betrayed Shawn.
Really?
Yeah, it was like the same lines. And people were like, wow, this was so amazing. But it was like, well, Triple H did it way better, obviously.
But I mean, if he wrote it going, use a lot of this, it works, then
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
If you're going to copy someone,
Sure.
copy them.
Copy this now.
Copy probably the greatest feud I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even greater than Ciampa Gargano, which can still continue.
Well, we might do
someday.
that. We might do that bracket one day.
It's
Best
I mean,
feud. That's going to get really interesting.
It's all, you got to really, there's probably 1,000 that you
Yeah.
have to weed through.
I know.
Hogan Andre.
Hogan Macho.
Hogan Macho.
Yeah.
Let's
Sean
just,
Taker.
Look, let's just keep it easy and keep all Hogan ones off of him.
Macho
I
Elizabeth.
mean, I don't. Angle never had a good feud, so I don't know. Angle. Yeah.
First of all, how dare you?
Any. I can't think
Kurt
of any.
Angle, Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle Stone Cold.
Kurt Angle, Sean.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Sean's probably going to be in half that fucking bracket.
Could be an old one. I mean, like
Chris Jericho,
Shawn Undertaker.
Sean.
Yeah, of course.
Chris Jericho, Sean.
Right.
That was a great.
Yeah. Which
How
one?
about you have to
There
use
was a couple.
Oh,
wrestlers?
the first one.
You can only use wrestlers from this table. Let's see. Wyatt Family versus New Day. Fiend. Yeah. Ooh, Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh,
So,
God. Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton. Yeah,
We
this
would
is gonna
have to
work-
like
this is
set
gonna
it
work
up
fine.
to a vote somehow.
Sure.
And
Yeah. That's going to take months of prep
Rock
work.
versus
Yeah.
Stone
Austin.
Cold.
Yeah, we can say it.
Jeez,
Right.
that's also
Yeah.
So that
That's
will
hard
be
to
that will be November 2021 Patreon.
It's going to take
Triple
a year.
H, Shawn versus Rock Austin. I leave.
Yeah.
There's no winner there.
I know.
That's insane.
It's impossible.
I mean, Hogan Macho. That's like a
All right,
30-year rivalry.
I think we're already. Did we just start the bracket right now?
We did. And
Take it easy.
Take it easy.
Next matchup.
Yeah. So Bayley starts walking up the ramp, but Nikki Cross comes out for the number one contender match. So Bayley hits her in the back with the chair. And then we have the number one contender match. It's Nikki Cross versus Alexa Bliss versus Lacey Evans versus Tamina. Winner gets a rematch against Bayley at Clash of Champions because she's already fought all
Correct.
of them.
Yeah,
Correct.
for sure.
But the best part of this match and maybe the night and maybe the whole week is when Alexa, mid-match, goes into a trance,
Yes.
grabs Nikki Cross,
Yes.
and gives her a Sister Abigail.
Oh!
Bust a nut.
Perfection. Perfection.
That is what that one was made for.
Yes,
I was looking for Jesus, and then I was like, oh, all right, I replaced it with that one.
Andrew will be using that again once we get to Raw
Yeah.
when someone else came out.
So Alexa then leaves
After
the
a
match.
Yeah.
And we go to commercial, and then eventually Nikki recovers, and she rolls up Tamina for the win.
Oh,
Which,
got her.
you know, this would have mean more if she cost Nikki the match. But I guess they're doing this just so that she can cost Nikki again at Clash of Champions.
I don't think so. I think Alexa has no idea what's happening when she's in a trance.
I agree.
And you're not really going to see much of these two anymore. I don't think it's going to be about that breakup.
But why have Nikki win again?
Right.
Like,
You going to have her fight Tamina?
who?
Lacey Evans
this
is a
is
heel.
all. Oh, yeah. I mean, how many times has she fought Nikki Cross?
Yeah,
I think
too
she's going to
many.
cost her. I think she's going to cost her again.
In a trance or something?
Yeah. So we'll see. But next up, we have another coming soon video. This time we see the mystery hot woman getting dressed, and it's definitely Carmella.
Yeah.
You could tell
Someone-
by her. What did I see?
Tattoo. Someone noticed that. Yeah, like you could see her tattoo. Then they showed the picture of her tattoo, like, in another video, and it was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, it's Carmella.
But like when she lifted like her arm, I was like, oh, that's definitely like her shoulder.
Oh yeah,
Like something just showed
it
me. I
always
was like,
even from the first one, it looked like her.
yeah.
But
But when I saw
um,
her feet, I knew.
one of our fans, Laura Stokely, pointed, and this is something that like I feel like only a woman would notice because I didn't notice it.
Okay.
But in one of the first shots, Carmella's putting on a stocking, and then like the rest of the shot, and at the end, she's not wearing them.
Right.
She's like, she puts them on, and then she's not wearing it at the end. Like,
It's
what-
just like a sexy thing.
yeah, but why not have her taking it off? That's even sexier. You know what I mean?
Indeed, no, like a woman produced this.
Yeah.
Not a man. Yeah, just have you taking things off, Carmella. That would be great.
Right.
Yeah.
So it didn't really make sense. But it's definitely Carmella. It's so obvious. So.
Yep.
All right, next up we have Otis versus John Morrison with Tucker ringside and The Miz on commentary. Morrison tosses the lunchbox to The Miz, and Miz runs to the back with it. Otis wins with the Vader bomb. And then backstage after the match, Otis shows Tucker that the contract was back in the original briefcase.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then we cut to Miz and Morrison. They open the lunchbox only to find an eaten apple.
Yeah.
So Miz then says, "I'm calling in a favor," and he makes a phone call. But this is this is horrible comedy
Right,
anyway.
right.
But they did the comedy in the wrong order. You don't reveal. Otis reveals
I thought of that too.
he has the contract,
Right.
and then we cut to Miz and Morrison finding out that they don't.
So dumb.
That's
Yeah.
the opposite order.
Or just do this. Go, Otis, what? And he'll just go,
Oh yeah,
that's it. One oh yeah. And you go, wait a minute.
hold
And then
it.
just go, hold it.
Tom
Wait a
Phillips.
minute.
Tom Phillips comes on. Hi, Tom Phillips here. I'm gonna hold it. Wait a minute.
I almost got it.
I'm gonna interview Bailey.
lunchbox-
Bailey, do you know anything about this, Bailey?
The lunchbox probably does not have the No, wait a minute.
Okay, hold on. I'm at the Firefly
Hold it.
Funhouse. I'm gonna talk to Bray. I'm gonna see if Bray knows anything about this.
Oh my god.
Bray.
Maybe one of his puppets.
Right. Oh, which by the way, next up is the Firefly Funhouse.
Oh, look at the
so
time.
they've been teasing. He teased a new friend last week.
Right.
We all figured it was gonna be Alexa. Turns out we've been had.
Of course.
They pulled one over on us.
Always.
And Bray introduces his new friend, Squally the Parrot, but Squally doesn't come out of the box. Bray looks in the box and realizes that Squally suffocated because he didn't cut out any air holes.
I thought that was hilarious.
And then
Like
we
Murder.
we briefly cut to technical difficulties.
Right.
Then Vince Puppet shows up and tells Bray, "You can't handle the Funhouse by yourself."
Right.
Vince Puppet welcomes the new special advisor to the Funhouse, and it's Wobbly Walrus, which is a parody of Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
And then Vince Puppet says, "This is such good shit." And then Bray says, "Oh no!" And we get a to be continued.
Yeah.
So
Underwhelming.
yeah, but you know Alexa's going to be there eventually.
Right, but like
just,
even
saving
the
it.
wobbly walrus wasn't that great.
It's a little weird.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. Paul Heyman has his own puppet. Vince is back. I
Right.
don't know.
I mean, I always like Vince puppet.
Yes,
But Paul Heyman has a puppet. It's funny. I thought
he's
it
a
was
walrus. So next up we have King Corbin and Sheamus versus Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. Jey comes out and Sheamus and Corbin attack him. And the match starts without Reigns because he didn't come out in time.
What a dick.
Eventually, being outnumbered, catches up to Jey. Sheamus sets up for the bro kick, but then Roman's music hits and the big dog comes out. This distraction allows Jey to take advantage. He hits the splash off the top rope onto Sheamus, but he doesn't get the pin because Reigns tagged himself in. And Reigns hits the spear on Sheamus and gets the win. Jey holds up Roman's arm, which is also holding the Universal Championship, and Roman looks upset and kind of, moves, takes his arm away, fuck you.
Right, don't touch it.
This is what Roman was put in pro wrestling to do. He was so good this episode. I like his non-reaction to things, too.
Right.
He could have laughed at the end, and grabbed it. Old Roman would have went, all right.
Good one, Uth.
Good one, good one.
No, he's just don't do that.
Right.
He's
I'll kill
stoic
you.
bad guy.
I'll murder you.
Right. Yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah.
I love his comments earlier in the show. I'm loving this Roman. He's very good. I'm loving it.
The wait is finally over. Football is back. You might not be at a game this year, but you can still be in on all the action at BetOnline. BetOnline is going the extra mile to make sure you can get in on everything imaginable this season. From game spreads and totals to team, player, and coaching props, BetOnline gives you more options to wager than any place online. You can get in on their season opening bonuses today and start off wagering on win, division, and championship futures today. So head to BetOnline today and take advantage of all the great sign-up bonuses. BetOnline, your online sportsbook experts. All right, so that's the end of SmackDown. So we move on to Raw. We start with a Drew McIntyre in-ring promo. Also, the Raw commentary team for this week is Michael Cole, Byron Saxton, and Dolph Ziggler.
Yes.
Sure.
So
totally could see him doing this someday, and he was very good this episode.
he was very good,
and he
just
was
like
giving
Samoa
you
Joe.
he was like Tony Romo,
Yes.
where you're watching Tony Romo and you get insider things. Ziggler was doing that.
He's really good.
You should know better not to do that, or you should know your opponent better, or I we'll get to this later, but Nikki Cross was or not Nikki Cross. Someone was going for a move. Mickey James. He goes, no, you're the challenger. You don't have time to signal for your move. Just do your move and try to win. Things like that were great.
Yes.
Good job, Dolph.
So Drew McIntyre says one more punt kick to my jaw could damage it even worse, and I'll have my mouth wired shut, but I'd rather leave in an ambulance than relinquish the WWE Championship.
Same.
So he wants to face Orton in an ambulance match at Clash of Champions.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we later find out they approve that, so that's what it's going to be. So remember when Orton photoshopped his victims in the hospital?
Yes.
And it was awful.
And it was awful?
Yeah.
Well, McIntyre did the same.
Was it also awful?
It was.
Whoa.
We see Seth Rollins, Bobby Lashley, Big Show, Dolph Ziggler, Brock Lesnar, and Randy Orton.
Yeah.
So then Adam Pearce comes out. And for the first time ever, Adam Pearce is acting like a heel.
Okay. I kind of felt he did a little bit of that with Sammy, on SmackDown.
But Sammy's a heel.
But he's a bad guy. But yeah, he was acting like a dick with Drew.
He was like, hey, Drew, hold on. We don't know. We don't know how hurt Orton is, okay?
Hey, asshole.
So, I feel like, what I was saying is correct. He's clearly turning into, he's going to be the new heel authority guy.
Good. They need that so bad.
And maybe
on the show.
Pat Buck. I don't know if he could handle it, though. He doesn't seem very good at it.
Oh, come on. They've had, who was the guy that banged Paige, a lot? On the
Brad
video?
Maddox.
Yeah.
He was a heel.
Yeah, he was
horrible.
bad, too.
Yeah, well, but I mean, at least Pierce, I don't know. I think he'd have a way better job.
I like how you describe it as who's the guy being paid,
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
There's a few people we can name.
True.
According to Joe Regal.
Wow, of course.
So, Pierce.
Games.
Pierce says if Randy Orton can't make it to Clash of Champions and Keith Lee beats you tonight, then Keith Lee will face you at Clash of Champions. So Keith Lee comes out, gets to the ring, they shake hands, but then Lee pulls Drew in close. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, next up we have the Street Profits versus Cesaro and Nakamura.
Choo.
And before the match, Ziggler said if I were building my own wrestling company, I'd start with Shinsuke and Cesaro.
a great line because they are good, and he would
Yeah,
just
they are.
book. His point was, and I'll book them correctly, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, spoiler alert for this month's Patreon. Joe is picking Cesaro and Nakamura as his first two picks.
If I get to use them, they'll be up there. Those are great wrestlers.
Yeah.
So Cesaro suplexes Ford off the second rope, but then Dawkins tags Ford before that, and he splashes on Cesaro for the win. So Dawkins does it. And this was like a pretty easy win too.
I know.
Like,
But there was some...
it was very short.
Yeah.
Backstage, we have Lana complaining to Angel Garza that Natalya doesn't have a title shot. So Garza starts to seduce her, and he's like, well, you might not have a title shot, but I'll give you a shot
Ooh.
in the face
Yeah.
with my penis and my jizz.
Yes.
With my dick.
Because Demi, she's
My
dead.
dick.
Demi was murdered by Restoration. As she
Restorations.
calls them.
Then why? It wasn't my fault. I mean, I left her there for dead.
Yeah.
But whatevers.
So, Garza's seducing her until Andrade and Zelina Vega walk up. Vega tells Garza, you walked out on us 2 weeks in a row. Garza blames Andrade. They start yelling at each other. Vega says, I can't do this anymore, and walks away. So Garza and Andrade start fighting.
Yes.
And we go to commercial. Now, she said this before. And it was like, well, they just,
Yeah.
But
doing
they've
this
never
again.
done what they did later.
Yes. So next up, we have the Hurt Business in-ring promo, and Cedric basically says if you can't beat him, join him, without actually saying that.
Right. Because
And then
everyone said that.
Apollo Crews and Ricochet come out crying like, we were brothers.
Yeah.
So we have Ricochet versus Cedric Alexander. Eric of the Viking Raiders comes out and attacks Lashley because they have a match later.
just random attack by a
Makes
good guy?
sense.
Yeah. But Cedric wins clean with the lumbar check.
Right.
It's funny how all you have to do is just be a bad guy.
Yes.
Like, you just have to be like, I'm a heel, and then you win.
Yeah. That's how
He
it
couldn't
works.
win as a face.
No.
Wrestling science.
He won clean.
Yeah.
So
He
after
kind
the-
of had to legitimize him a little bit.
Sure. So after the match, the lights go out, and Retribution appears on the Titantron. And there's 5 of them again, bitching about how they were overlooked. But at the end of the promo, like we said earlier, more of them show up. And it's clear that 3 of them, again, we saw Dijakovic again, Mia Yim,
Yeah.
and Mercedes Martinez, now I noticed, was the other girl.
Which
And
is
Miz.
weird.
And then, of course, The Miz on the far left, just staring at you. So fucking obvious.
Yep.
Like, he was the most obvious one out of all of them.
First, he was only covering like this much of his face.
Yeah.
It was like this.
It's like the
Like, that's
people
The
that
Miz.
it's like the people that just they go, they're at the grocery store and you're like, they're not wearing their masks right.
Right.
So backstage, Adam Pearce yells at security, even though Retribution didn't attack anyone.
Didn't attack anyone. They did a video promo, and there's 15 of them, and he has 4 schmucks.
Yes.
Why aren't you guys doing your job? They should have said there's 15 of
You
them.
didn't think maybe to guard the production truck?
You didn't think to call the local police? We've had them come every week.
Right.
Right.
Please bring the SWAT team and shoot them on arrival.
Shoot on site.
Problem solved.
So then the Hurt Business
But they're
walks
not in
up.
Texas, so.
The Hurt Business walks up, and MVP tells Pierce, if you don't find a solution to this Retribution problem, then you're going to have the added pressure of finding a new job. So Pierce says, look, that's none of your concern, but Lashley says, it is if I say it is.
So MVP's the above a general manager now?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, he has pull, man.
Yeah.
So MVP says you should upgrade your security from boys to men.
I mean, unintentional.
Now let us
Unintended.
Now, let us help you keep your job. So Pierce says, okay, fine. Thanks for volunteering. And they all laugh at him. And MVP's like, we don't work for free. I'll be sending you a bill.
Yeah.
And they walk away. Next up, we have Mickie James versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. Mickie hits Asuka with the Mick kick, but Asuka falls out of the ring. Later, Asuka gives Mickie a backhand, and Ziggler says, whoa, Schwarzenegger-like backhand on SmackDown from 15 years ago. I thought that was funny.
Right.
Yep.
Mickie later hits the Mick kick again, but there was no leg slap, so there was no sound.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell, Mickie?
And that's why Cole's like, she didn't get all of
She
it.
didn't get all of it. And
Yay.
Mickie goes for the pin, but Asuka grabs the bottom rope. Asuka then puts Mickie in the Asuka lock, and the ref rings the bell.
What happened?
Claiming that Mickie tapped out, even though she didn't.
She did. They did not say that. You know what they said? The
She
ref
couldn't
said
continue.
that she couldn't continue. What?
So, according to Brian Alvarez,
Yeah.
the ref thought she.
She's like, huh?
She's like, what the fuck?
Even her caption was like, not like this.
Yeah.
But the face. Oh,
Right.
my God. It was like a ventriloquist puppet.
So wait, so what did Brian Alvarez say?
He said the ref thought she had a separated shoulder, but she didn't.
How do you think?
I don't know. Maybe he was bending weird. He was like, that's it.
I thought he thought she passed out for real. He's like, oh shit, get off.
I don't know.
The whole thing was shitty.
He
Yeah.
thought she was dead.
She's clearly going to tap
Right.
to the Asuka lock there, right?
I don't think so. No. Because then why? Then she wouldn't have looked surprised.
Right.
So she gets out of it once
Yeah.
and then they put her
Yeah,
back in
sure.
it? Yeah, sure.
All right, so after
Or maybe
this,
a roll up to continue their feud or something.
Yeah. So after this, Vince comes out. She spits on him. Then what?
Right. Screw job.
And
The Thunderdome. The Thunderdome screw job.
Yeah.
No, A-E-W.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
So
No, she'll write retired. Old.
So after the match, Zelina Vega comes out to her own entrance music for the first time ever. She has her own entrance music, and Vega gets in the ring.
Wait.
What?
Not yet.
Okay, fine.
We're not premature here.
All right, go.
So she gets in the ring and she cuts a promo.
You know what I've been thinking? Thinking about the future. No, you know what? Thinking about my future. Because today it dawned on me that I have wasted some of the best years of my career managing those two selfish little ingrates. Just like you. Yeah, you. You are an ingrate. I mean, you were handed that Raw Women's Championship by one of the greatest in the world. And you've been nothing but reckless with it. Defending it against everybody and their mother. The Empress of Tomorrow is so focused on the superstars of yesterday that you've forgotten about one of the best in the business today. Me.
That's some renegade shit.
Hey, you know, don't even bother asking if I'm ready for Asuka. Because I'm here to tell you that I'm ready for that.
Bust a nut, bust a nut, bust a nut, bust a nut, bust a nut.
We're sick individuals, Eric.
Disgusting.
Can we get one more?
Oh my god.
Bust a nut.
Yeah.
Those listening,
Bust a
just
nut.
watch the YouTube. We're not going to explain it.
Yep.
You can't explain that.
That's hard to explain. It exploded. Yeah, I mean,
Romance
I mean, we've all been kind of
You
waiting.
know, we
for
just
this.
did that
She's so
best
amazing.
women's wrestler of all time bracket, and I remember having to fight for Zelina Vega.
Yeah.
Well, we might have to redo that bracket, gentlemen.
I'm sorry. Who did she lose to? Someone good? Sasha or something? Who did she lose to?
Oh, I don't remember. Yeah,
She's
It
had
was
like
someone good.
3 matches in
No, I
her
know.
life. She
Yes.
can't- You know, do that bracket in 2 years, and she's probably going far.
Yeah.
We all know
We'll
she's
see.
good. She's really good.
We do.
So let's give her that fucking
So
title.
Asuka yells at her in Japanese, and then Vega slaps Asuka in the face and retreats. And you know, I'm excited that she's finally going to get a singles run. Asuka's beaten everyone else, so I get why Vega's next.
Yeah.
And Vega might not win, you know, this
maybe.
first match, but they should eventually give it to her because she's the best woman on the mic since AJ Lee.
Oh, for sure.
What they should do is don't go right to the match between these two and let her start beating people every week.
Right.
Then you don't
But
have to
they're
rush
not.
it, but they're not.
It will
right?
be a clash.
No, it will. For sure.
And she might lose.
She'll probably beat a jobber like next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited about that because honestly, the Andrade and Garza thing was just getting old.
It was.
They were just losing all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for sure. Excited to see what she can do.
Me. Boop. Oh, can I also?
No, don't touch.
Okay.
No.
Thank you.
All right. So next up, we have Bobby Lashley versus Eric. Lashley hits the Dominator, but Eric kicks out.
I do.
So Lashley makes Eric tap to the Hurt Lock. Sorry,
shit.
Eric.
Horrible match.
Horrible. Next up, Sarah Schreiber interviews Kevin Owens backstage. Before the match, KO tells Schreiber, I'm going to remind Alistair Black what happens when you pick a fight with me.
When you pick a fight with... Top break?
Yeah.
That's
But
where it came from.
He also
That's
says
right.
something at the end where he's like, I should be worried about this, this, and this, but I'm not.
Because I'm Kevin Owens.
You're like, ooh.
Yeah. So next up, we have Raw Underground.
Ayo.
And we see Shane talking with his giant bouncer about how great Raw Underground was last week.
Yeah.
And then Braun Strowman shows up.
Takes the lead. Wildcard takes the lead. Yeah.
By the way, the bouncer towers over Braun.
Right. He's enormous.
He's another foot taller than Braun.
Why is he not fighting?
Why is he
Dominic
not anything?
should
Well, you
be
know,
the door
that's got to
guy.
be the longest. That's got to, like, if
It's a long con.
it's a long con.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
if
yeah.
they do it right, it could be amazing.
could be
NXT
great.
champion in like
Yeah.
2 years.
No, he'll be the Raw Underground champion.
So
or
Braun
something.
tells Shane, I want to face the best fighter. So Shane opens the door for him and he goes in. Backstage, R-Truth's having a conversation with a Kit Kat bar. But then Liv Morgan walks up, breaks the Kit Kat bar, and then she takes a new one and walks away. And then R-Truth keeps talking to the Kit Kat bar.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, next up, we have some exciting news.
Comedy.
We have a new trade.
Oh.
Michael Cole's like, breaking news, we have a new trade.
Wait,
A
who
big,
trades?
They say blockbuster trade.
Blockbuster.
Blockbuster trade. Now, this was already spoiled on social media
Of course. By the man.
by their own company themselves.
Right.
So it turns out Mandy Rose has been traded to Raw.
Oh, okay.
4? I mean, that's one half.
Yeah.
4.
That's part of the deal.
Because a trade.
No, hold on. I guess
A trade like Eric.
I forgot
Eric,
to write it
That's
down.
like going, hey, we're trading phones.
Wait, hold on. I forgot.
So I'll
forgot
take your
to-
phone,
Yes.
and that's it.
Oh, I'm sorry. She was traded for absolutely no one.
No one.
Yeah.
You stupid son of a bitches.
Maybe
There's no one.
I mean,
some
what?
renegade shit right
Poison.
So no one.
Poison.
There's nothing about Monday Night Raw that is fun.
there. Yeah.
Like anyone.
No one.
Anyone they could have sent over.
No
Billy
one.
Kay.
Sure.
How did they
Separate
not?
those two anyway.
How do they not know how trades work? They don't know what a trade is? Okay, let's look up the fucking definition.
No, don't. Go
Trade.
there. Listen, hold on, stop.
Trade.
Listen. Why not just say sent? It's one company.
Yeah.
There's no GMs that are controlling. Just go, this just in. Mandy Rose has been sent to Raw. That makes sense.
Right.
Like an executive made a decision to move a wrestler to another show. You could totally be okay with that.
Could.
Doesn't be a trade. She's been sent.
The kid's definition of an example of a trade is, hey, I'll trade you my apple for your banana. To take part in the exchange, purchase, or sale of goods.
Yeah, I think we all knew, but thank you. Yeah.
I'm just telling WWE so they know.
okay. So they know.
Because
No,
they do listen.
Of course they do.
Just say she's been sent to Raw.
Yeah.
This person's been sent to SmackDown. It's fine.
It's a blockbuster trade.
Blockbuster. Trade.
That the Miz made this
Apparently
happen. That
The
was the
Miz.
phone call he made.
Yeah.
And he has so much power that he gets her traded to Raw, but he can't get himself a WWE title shot. And he's also going to be the leader of Retribution because he's been wronged. You have the power to send people to different shows.
Yeah. Jackhole.
Jackhole.
Send yourself to NXT.
Sure.
Right.
Give yourself a title shot. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
You're that
so
guy,
dumb.
apparently.
So next up, we have Seth Rollins versus Dominic Mysterio in a steel cage match.
Top right?
Well, not a
Top
steel
left.
cage.
All right.
Steel cage match.
Fine.
We got the Mysterio family outside the cage.
Fine.
Backstage before the match, Seth slaps Murphy around and demands that he stays in the back so he doesn't mess things up again. And then MVP replaced Ziggler on commentary for this match. So Murphy comes out, even though he was told not to.
Immediately.
He hands Seth the kendo stick and he beats Dominic with it and then tosses it out. A few minutes later, Ray gives Dominic a kendo stick and he beats Seth with it. Dominic tries to exit the cage by the door. Ray's pulling Dominic's arm to help, but Murphy attacks Ray. Seth pulls Dominic away, and Seth tries to get out, but Murphy didn't see that, and he accidentally shuts the door in Seth's face. So he fucks up again. Dominic then tries to climb the cage. Murphy meets him up there on the other side, but Dominic knocks him down. And then instead of just, continuing to climb the cage and leaving, he gives Seth the frog splash, but Seth kicks out.
Right.
Dominic tries to climb out again, but Seth gives him the superplex Falcon Arrow. And then 2 curb stomps back to back, and Rollins gets the win. After the match, Rollins beats the fuck out of Murphy, bashes the cage door in his face, and then Seth tells Mama Mysterio, hell of a job you did. And he points to the daughter, and he's like, I hope she turns out better. And he walks away. Mm-hmm. And then the family all goes in the cage to check on Dominic, although daughter Mysterio checks on Murphy briefly before going to her brother.
Yeah.
So what's that about?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Seth Rollins has...
There's going to be one more Rollins-Dominic match, and Murphy's going to help Dominic win.
Maybe. Yeah.
Confirmed. Because, he got to fuck the daughter.
Probably a clash of...
You hope my brother
I'll give
win.
you this. All you have to do is... He's just done. I'll do that.
Whatever
we'll talk
you
about
say.
that later.
Whatever the next...
Let's get to the sex.
Yeah. So, all right, next up we have Raw Underground, or we go back to Raw Underground. Ziggler beats up some jobber, but then Riddick Moss calls next, and Ziggler and Moss fight for a little bit, but then Braun gets in the ring and takes both of them out.
No.
All right. Next up, we have Charlie Caruso interviewing Drew McIntyre backstage. She asked Drew about interfering in Keith Lee's match with Orton last week. However, Drew says, I only Claymored Orton after he hit Keith with the RKO. Yeah. I'm not saying he wouldn't have kicked out, but he wouldn't fucking kick out. So Keith Lee walks up and says, I beat Orton at Payback, which you didn't interfere in. And this exchange was so weird. I did not understand it at
really was.
all. Keith keeps putting his hand up near Drew's face, yeah.
First like this, kind of.
Right.
And then Drew punches it away.
Yeah, but whenever we talk to each other, we always put our hands right by the face.
Hey, get that out of my face!
But handsome, listen.
Well,
So he knocks it out of the way. He does it again. He knocks it out of the way. Drew's like, stop. And then Keith does it again. So Drew gives Keith an awkward punch to the neck. He's like...
Yeah, right below the neck, actually. It's weird.
And then, so they start brawling until refs and officials split them up.
but they were best friends.
Yeah. So next up, we go back to Raw Underground, and the bouncer lets Titus O'Neil in. Why even have a bouncer if he just lets everyone in?
Right. Does
Titus
he ever
walks
tell
up.
anyone no?
Titus walks up, and the bouncer goes, whoa, whoa, whoa. And Titus goes, oh, come on, let me in. He's like, you got it.
You know why? Because if Retribution comes, they're going to go, he's okay. Next guy.
Yeah. So Titus attacks Braun, but Braun beats the fuck out of him, and the ref tries to pull Braun off Titus, but he can't, so Shane gets in to help him. So we'll be back.
We'll come back to that.
Next up, we have Kevin Owens versus Alistair Black. KO comes out first, but then Alistair attacks him from behind. Alistair sets up for the Black Mass, but the lights flicker, distracting him, and then Kevin Owens hits the stunner for the win.
Kevin Owens needs help winning matches.
Is Kevin Owens the leader of Retribution?
Yep.
Did they put Miz there just to throw us off?
Yep.
I mean, that would be great.
That'd be better.
Sure. It's Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Right. Crush your fingers.
He would have a good reason, too.
Yeah.
You guys have treated me like dog shit, and I'm the best guy here.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
So backstage, Drew McIntyre is taping his wrists, and Keith Lee attacks him. Last we saw them, they were fighting. Refs and officials split them up. 10 minutes later, we go backstage. He attacks him again.
Yeah.
And they start brawling, but then Adam Pearce yells, stop or I'll cancel Clash of Champions.
The whole show.
End this match.
I will turn this Monday Night Raw around. Right now.
Yeah. I will take it out of your face.
Right.
Whatever the hell that title was about.
Yeah.
Raw in your face.
Yep. So next up, we have the Riot Squad versus Natalya and Lana with
Haven't we
Nia
seen that
Jax.
Have we seen that one?
No. And Shayna
You sure?
Baszler and maybe.
All right.
So Liv and Ruby hit their combo finisher on Lana for the easy win. After the match, Nia and Shayna beat up Natalya and Lana while Liv and Ruby watched from the ramp. And then Nia gives Lana a Samoan drop through the announce table.
In other news, Rusev debuted on AEW last week.
I know, jeez.
You mean Miro?
Miro Day.
All right, so back to Raw Underground. This next match, we got Braun Strowman versus Riddick Moss and Dolph Ziggler. Now we're doing rematches on the same fucking episode.
Of Raw Underground.
Yeah. And you know what happens? Braun wins.
Yeah. And then they go to commercial break.
No. So after that, Dabba-Kato gets face to face with Braun Strowman. They're about to fight. So Shane gets back in the ring. He's like, "No way, next week." It's like, oh, I can't fucking wait.
And they're like, "Oh, what a great promoter."
Yeah, Shane, I was so close. I was about to bust.
Yeah.
You're about to what?
I was about to
Bust a nut.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
so close.
For those two.
Yeah.
So close.
Like, seriously,
Have a fist
I'm
fight.
really sticking by the fact that Raw Underground was only created for Dabba-Kato.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
It really was.
Like, how do we introduce this guy?
And neither of them's going to win.
Right.
No,
you know?
you can't.
No.
They're
Braun
gonna
can't lose
They're
to
gonna
these-
crash
the Super
through
Show.
They're gonna crash through a wall, and then Shin's gonna go. That's it.
Right.
There's no rules, but that's it.
No, you know what's going to happen?
Ring's going to collapse.
They're gonna fall in the ring hard, and the whole ring's gonna collapse. And
Yeah.
Shane's like, "That's the end of the show. We need a new ring."
Well, it's like when Alistair and Owens fought. Yeah,
Shane, we've got 35 minutes left. No, end the show right now.
Show's over.
Yeah.
Next week, rematch. Next week.
Next week. Are the strippers back? No. Why not? I don't know.
Next week.
Next week. All right. So next up, we have Drew McIntyre versus Keith Lee, and now Keith Lee. So Keith Lee went from wrestling without a shirt in NXT.
Yes.
Then he comes to Raw. They put a shirt on him.
Yeah.
Now he wrestles in a unitard.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And he looks like a retard.
He looks like a unitard.
a retard in a unitard. It looks horrible.
It does. And it's not like a body shaming thing. It just
No.
the outfit doesn't work.
Right. What is he, Chad Gable?
Right.
Who the fuck wrestles in unitards anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chad Gable doesn't even. He wrestles in basketball shorts.
Right.
Ask
Even
me
he
that
was like,
question.
yeah, fuck
Ask me that
this.
question again.
Who wrestles in unitards?
Well,
Yeah.
I can't think of anyone.
Yes, that's. So we have a back and forth match until Retribution comes out and attacks both men. Then the Hurt Business comes out.
For
They walk out slowly.
Reason.
Well, because they're getting paid.
I guess.
They take off their suit jackets and they attack. I actually thought that was a cool moment.
I
know?
did too, in a way, because they said they would. Now here they are.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're all fighting on the outside, but then Drew McIntyre and Keith Lee both jump out of the ring together and crash onto everyone else.
Killing them.
The end. Now,
Right.
let me ask you a question. In any superhero movie, or comic or cartoon, when the superhero's knocked out, like what the villain, now's our chance. Let's unmask him to see who the fuck Spider-Man is.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the show.
That's the
That's
show.
it.
That's the show. Yeah.
Hey, why not unmask the dead Retribution members? They're all knocked out.
I was
Well-
literally thinking the same thing.
yeah.
Here's the weird part. Like, the Hurt Business had a moment. Well, like when Drew and Keith Lee go, "Okay, we're here to fight," right? Shouldn't Drew be able to knock out like two members of Retribution,
At least.
right? With one punch?
Yeah.
They're jobber idiots, right?
They are.
Well, that never happens.
No.
Then the Hurt Business comes in. Why aren't they able to knock guys out with one
At least
punch?
one.
At least one.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen. One flip from two big guys
Yes.
onto 30 people, they're all dead.
All of them.
They didn't touch at least half of the Retribution members.
No.
Right.
And they all just fall down and now they're dead
Right.
from one flip.
So on your theory of unmasking them, let's find out who these schmucks are.
Right.
Did you ever watch the Justice League cartoon?
Well, from the 80s?
The
Like
80s
the
one.
90s. So they did the Batman and then Superman, Batman, and then Justice League.
I don't think so.
Okay, well, anyway, there's an episode where the Flash and Lex Luthor like trade bodies, and Lex Luthor's like, at last I'm gonna find out the identity of the Flash, and he takes off his mask. He's looking in the mirror. He's like, I have no idea who this is.
Really?
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. Think they could have done that.
Right.
pull a mask
they pull
off.
That, they're like, is this one of the ninjas?
Right.
Hey, no. Cole will be like, "Oh my God, that's Timothy Berzonski."
Yeah.
Like who?
Yeah, right.
Some indie guy.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Who are you?
It's just this for 10 minutes.
Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
Mask,
Who are
mask,
you?
mask.
Who are you?
Bigger mask.
Who are you?
Woman mask.
Right.
All right, so that's the end of Monday Night Raw.
Who are
All right,
you?
enough already. Let's get to awards.
All right, go.
Who'd you have for worst dressed?
I had Jeff Hardy with his America face paint.
Jeff Hardy.
Hardy.
It
Come
was
on,
9/11.
Unitard?
I don't.
I had Unitard.
I had Unitard.
Okay.
no.
Best dressed?
Selena Vega.
She looks super hot. I
top
just
she
loved
was wearing
Bliss.
was-
I had Carmelina.
All right, all
Okay.
three.
Sure.
Worst acting?
Adam Pearce.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sweep
Adam
it.
Pearce. Best acting?
You know, I forgot to change mine. I wanted to do Kevin Owens. I had Bailey.
Vega.
Oh, sorry. So, I mean, I had Zelina Vega.
So who did you really have?
I had Bailey. I meant to change it to
Bailey,
Owens after
Zelina
watching Raw.
Vega.
Yeah.
I had. Wait a minute.
Hold it.
Hold it. Made a typo here. Roman Reigns
Come on.
is best act. Dude, I thought
Come
he was
on.
great.
He didn't say anything.
Perfect. But the little things that he did
Vega
say,
cut a promo, a great promo.
I'm sure she'll
Yeah,
win
she
this
did.
award plenty of times now that she's a
She
wrestler.
better.
Yeah.
Worst comment?
Butt mud.
Butt mud?
What?
Butt mud.
Oh, Leo's laugh. Now that's all I hear. He goes
Yeah.
like the below the breath.
Best comment?
I had when Adam Pearce came out, Drew McIntyre was like, "Who put you in charge anyway?" Like the
Right.
question we're all wondering.
Oh, he said that?
Yeah.
I could
I
go
put
with that. I'll go with that.
I'll go with Vegas saying I'm ready for that.
That's good
Yeah,
too.
I'm ready for
Worst match?
Riot Squad versus
Yes.
Natalia
Yes.
and Lana.
Sweep it.
Yeah.
Super slow-mo?
Lashley, Eric.
Yep.
Sweep it.
Yep.
Yep.
Sweet
Best
bat.
match?
Rollins Dom.
Yeah.
It's got to be. Yeah,
gotta
to their
be.
credit, even though that the whole story is shit,
Right.
they put
Yeah.
on some good matches
Asuka, Mickey
together.
James had potential, but that stupid fucking
Cedric Ricochet had a little bit of potential, but no, this was a better match.
ending. All right.
Yeah. Worst move?
I had Alistair selling the stunner. He
Okay.
sold it like Vince did, like the first time he ever took it. Just like
I had
boom.
the ref botch
Yeah.
in the Asuka Mickey match.
Okay.
Yeah, I had like Uso was like Jay was like about to do a buckle bomb and like was waiting for the setup because Sheamus was not in position. He's like, I'm gonna do it. He goes Oos, and then he goes, not ready. Oos again, and then he finally runs and Corbin
who's
moves
he doing oos for?
right, and then Corbin moves way early and he still just runs into the turnbuckle and falls. You're like idiot.
All right, best move.
I had that lumbar check to
Sister
No, you did not,
Abigail
Eric.
by Bliss.
Sister Abigail.
kiss my ass. It's my award.
All right, fine, brother, sweep it.
No.
Lumbar check to Ricochet.
Oh my god.
Because I'm pretty sure Ricochet
you weren't fucking jerking off when you saw that?
No, but I'm pretty sure
Oh, you
Ricochet
weren't?
then did the 450 splash onto Cedric.
I like how you denied that you jerked off. No, I swear I did not jerk off. when
Super
she was
jerk.
doing the elect-
It was an unrelated jerk off.
jerk.
All right, worst moment or segment?
The Street Profit Party.
That was bad. Does the Kit Kat commercial count?
I don't think so, but if it does, I choose that. Yeah, I'm going with the stupid party too.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Best moment or segment. This is the same as best move for me and Joe. At
Oh,
least,
not
right?
for me. For me, it's Alexa giving Nikki the Sister Abigail. That was the best moment.
Finally, sweep
Right,
it.
but it was both. It was also the best.
I didn't
move.
want to double down. I tried to be original.
That's fair.
double down.
Not.
No,
Double down.
I will not.
You love to sweep it. A lot of times you change your answer just so you could say sweep it.
I love sweep.
I do love feeling included.
No, but yeah, for sure, best moment. It's not even close.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Sister
yeah.
Abigail.
Oh, it was.
Full chub
Even the
for
little,
that.
even the little kiss on the forehead.
Oh yeah.
Can I get a?
Oh yeah.
Buster nut, buster nut, buster nut.
And then even I was like,
That's some renegade shit.
you know,
Yeah.
Sure was.
crazy.
And
Sure
then you're
was.
like 5 more busting out.
I think we hit it like 30 times tonight.
Yeah.
All right, breaking news. So the first trailer for season 2 of The Mandalorian was released Tuesday morning. And wouldn't you know it, Sasha Banks was briefly shown in it, and she's dressed like a Sith Lord.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Is there?
What the fuck?
Bust a nut.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, it seems like that's what she is.
Could be. Maybe.
That could be really cool.
Hold up. Did you see it, Joe?
Yeah.
I did.
I mean, that's how they dress. No one else in Star Wars dresses like that. We're gonna watch it now.
No, we're just gonna look at her part real quick.
Right. But I remember when she wasn't there, there was like a rumor that she was in Mandalorian. We were like, what?
Yeah.
That's probably bullshit. But no, it turns out to be true.
Little baby Yoda.
Maybe. You know, I still have to watch season 1.
You haven't watched it?
No! There she is. Fuck her. And she's gone.
Whoa. Ooh. He's a ghost.
Yeah. And even in the trailer, like, he's supposed to what? Give her Baby Yoda or something?
Maybe.
He says something like,
I don't
I'm
want to
supposed
know.
to give...
I almost didn't want to
We're
watch
supposed to bring him to the Jedi's.
Well, I've never watched Mandalorian. I have no idea what's going on in this trailer. So.
It's so weird seeing her without like a shit ton of makeup on TV.
And blue hair. She's got normal hair for this. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Also, in an interview with BT Sport, Jeff Hardy revealed that he's re-signed with WWE.
Yeah.
So everyone thinking that he's going to AEW, it's not happening.
it. Right. He saw what happened to Matt. He's like,
Right. Hardy also said that once they have a crowd again, he's going back to using his No More Words theme song.
Okay.
Which I didn't even remember.
Really?
You remember that song?
Yeah. It was good.
Jeff Hardy, No More Words. Yes,
Probably.
Of course. Wait. Yeah. So also, Roddy Piper's daughter, Teal, posted a few pictures last week of herself and Ronda Rousey in a wrestling ring and wrote, "Getting that training."
So, do they both wear Roddy gear, or only she can?
Neither of them were wearing Roddy gear. Yeah. But yeah, this is I don't even remember this. This must have been when he was on SmackDown, and then that's when I wasn't watching.
remember this, really?
It's very similar to the Hardy Boys theme song. Yeah. Anyway,
It's sad.
that's from the
So
music.
let's see, that was who was
Volume
on
8.
it?
Candice Michelle, like who the fuck wants to live in her song?
John Morrison.
It's gonna be another fucking ad again. And then the last thing I have for breaking news is they have a new host of Wipeout.
Rabadoo.
Yeah. Any you got anything, Eric?
Yeah, let's see. BT Sport. Nope. Let's see. Nope.
Eric
Nope.
said, I mean,
Okay
Eric
then.
Got all mine. Got all
Rumor
mine.
time.
Rumors! Kevin Owens wins back the Universal title?
Maybe.
Balor Club to finally get a second member?
Too sweet.
Brock Lesnar willingly works a full schedule?
No chance.
Next year's WrestleMania will be in Saudi Arabia?
Confirmed.
So apparently, the reason that R-Truth came out and did a segment with Brock Lesnar in the beginning of the year is because apparently there was a bet backstage that R-Truth couldn't make Brock Lesnar laugh and like break character. And so that's all it was. They just wanted to see if they could get him to laugh, which he did.
Who said that?
I think Paul Heyman said that. Well, it's a rumor. so-
It's a rumor, yeah.
Did he laugh?
Yeah, he laughed at something in the segment. And then I think he murdered him.
Of course he murdered him.
Murder.
Murder.
Yeah, Fightful is reporting. You have anything else?
No, I don't.
All right, Fightful is reporting that USA Network is behind the idea of moving NXT to Tuesdays.
Oh, thank God.
So I guess we'll see what happens there. And then Brian Alvarez reported that Ivar had neck surgery Tuesday.
Jesus.
So it wasn't just a stinger. Apparently he's been having neck problems for a while, and that was just made it worse.
Icing on the cake.
Yeah.
So he's going to be out a while. But at least they're not throwing Eric away forever. At least, he still had a match. I mean, he
sure.
jobbed out.
He'll be gone next week.
He'll continue to job. He might be gone.
Yeah.
And then PW Insider reported that along with Gerald Briscoe, WWE cut, they fired 60 staffers.
Yeah.
So more budget
Vince
cuts.
is like, why do we need all these writers?
Yeah, but seriously,
I write the
that's a
damn
lot
show.
of people.
Apparently, it's people that were in like the live event ones, like for the house shows and shit. Since they're not doing house shows, huh? I don't know.
Maybe.
You should reach out. You should reach out. Be like, hey, you got any?
Yeah. Got any whatever we do.
All right, that's all I got. Any other rumors?
No.
No.
All right, well then it's trivia time.
Oh, trivia for Joe. Yeah.
All right, so let's do a little Keith Lee trivia since he's been on TV a lot.
Yeah.
Is it
This-
4 facts and a fib?
It sure is.
Oh boy!
I've never lost this one.
I can't confirm or deny that.
Yeah, I will confirm.
He's very good at it.
That's the Joe thing.
He's
Yeah,
very
I'm
good at
just
it.
doing that.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I'm going to do it as I am. It's like as if he's talking. I thought I'd do something a little different. I am 35 years old.
Okay, I believe it.
My uncle was a pro wrestler on the indie circuit, and that was my inspiration to become a wrestler. I lost and then beat Matt Riddle for the WWN Evolve title.
Okay.
I had a 5-star match against Dominic Dijakovic before we were ever in NXT, like Dave Meltzer rated. And in my TV debut, I beat a member of Imperium on NXT.
His debut?
On his TV debut, his
On
debut on
NXT.
television, he beat a member of Imperium.
Imperium wasn't around yet.
Still could have been a member of Imperium.
Oh, so before they were Imperium.
Of course,
Okay,
yeah.
that makes sense. I think it's the uncle thing, because I remember when they did an NXT Get to Know Keith Lee thing, he would talk about how he would watch it on TV and he lived with his grandma or something. But what was the third one?
35.
Or what was the fourth
Uncle.
one?
5-star match with Dominic Dijakovic, rated by Meltzer before they were ever in NXT.
I think they did fight.
Yeah.
So
I
maybe
know he fought
Meltzer.
Riddle.
Maybe Meltzer would have. I'm going with the uncle thing because I think I remember him saying that he wanted to be a wrestler because he watched it on TV with his grandma.
as well.
Okay. He did fight a member of Imperium in his TV debut. It was Bartel, I mean. Yep. He did have a 5-star match with Dijakovic before they ever got on TV. He lost to then beat Riddle, and he's 35 years old.
Nice.
So good job. Yeah, I was trying to make something up. I didn't want to just like change a little thing. I wanted to make something completely new up.
right.
Yeah.
His grandmother, you're right. It was a good memory. His grandmother was his inspiration.
Yeah.
She loved pro wrestling.
Yeah.
Right.
He would bask in her glory.
Yeah, right.
All right, fan questions.
Joe's favorite.
Joe's favorite segment.
I mean, sure.
All right. This is specifically for Joe, F, Mary, Kill, Stacy, Tori, and Alexa. No, I'm just kidding.
I hate you guys.
I know.
Bobby Soydam, why are Joe and Andrew shitting on my dreams of seeing a Rock match in person? Can't a man dream? No,
Good.
this was in response to, I forgot who
We
it
both
was.
shit all over this thing.
This guy's a fucking idiot.
Wow.
No, but our fan that shared it is not, but we get it. Like
No,
someone
not the fan that shared it.
Right.
But the guy that talked about it.
It was like,
here
hey,
we go.
imagine that he beats up all the members of his family. Roman.
Alex
and then
McCarthy
Oh, there
talks sport. He's like, listen. First he goes, listen.
Listen.
He's got a great idea.
Yeah.
What if Roman Reigns runs through his family, Usos, Rikishi?
Why the fuck would Rikishi come?
Until someone has to step in and try to stop him. What if that guy was The Rock at WrestleMania 37? I'd be down for that story. Yeah, I'm sure you would be. I'm sure the fans would be. I'm sure WWE would love to have The Rock back. Full time, I'm sure they'd love to have The
and
Rock
the hottest
back.
rumor for the last year
Yeah.
is Roman Reigns versus
The last 5 years.
The Rock at
Yeah.
WrestleMania. Right.
And like it's like, oh,
Listen.
why stop there?
Right.
Let's bring Stone Cold and Hogan out of retirement
Sure.
and have a Mania match.
Triple threat.
Let's dig up Eddie Guerrero and have him fight Dominic at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Let's get a time machine, get Shawn Michaels from 2002 and have him fight AJ Styles.
To
Brilliant.
answer-
Why won't WWE listen to their fans? Why won't they just listen to us?
Right.
Just do it.
Right. The Rock has nothing better to do
Right.
than to go off of his 7-picture deal.
The Rock would lose money if he had a wrestling match.
Vince could give him $10 million for the night and he would lose money.
Right.
But for the actual fan question, you should have went to Dallas. Sorry. That was your only chance to see The Rock wrestle. at
This would be like, we can offer you $10 million for a match. And he would literally go to his car, take out bags with $10 million, take a shit on it, and then light it on fire.
Oh my God.
That's tremendous.
Once you're worth $100 million, right? Like tomorrow, you're worth $100 million.
Right.
It's in the bank, no taxes, whatever. $100 million.
Yeah.
Couldn't you be bought at that point? You can't be bought.
No, not really.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't mean be bought like, hey, I'll give you $10 million to just wave to this guy. No, sure, I'll take it at 10.
Yeah,
I mean,
take
like
more.
to do something you don't want to do.
Right, yeah.
You can't be bought once you're worth $100 million. You can have anything you want, and no one in your family's history will ever work.
Brock
again.
literally can't do it anymore because when he fought Cena last time, he got hurt and it delayed the filming of a Hollywood fucking movie.
Right.
That just can't happen again.
Right.
So
He like tore some muscle like in his stomach.
yeah.
Yeah.
His abductor muscle.
I don't remember exactly
Got
what it was.
abducted.
But
That's
yeah.
funny. He'll be losing money if he were to do it.
So I mean, you're just it's all a fantasy. This is not stuff that could really happen.
I'm still dying inside when you're like, why won't WWE listen to their fans?
Yeah, it's
Get a
just-
fucking time machine.
Let's focus on who they have,
Right.
and improving the show that way.
Because even CM Punk, someone asked CM Punk, like, oh,
Right.
who's the next megastar? He's like, no one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's right.
Yeah.
He is
Who
right.
have they built up?
Because
Nobody.
WWE doesn't know how to build stars anymore.
No.
And that's how you get ratings.
Yeah.
Stone Cold was bigger than WWF.
Yeah.
That's how that shit works. Conor McGregor's bigger than the UFC. Peyton Manning was bigger than the NFL. This is how sports works.
Yeah. Right.
This is what you have to do.
But Vince can't let that happen.
No.
I'm the biggest thing in wrestling.
Oh my God, Roman Reigns is going to leave me. He was an oos in Hobbs and Shaw. Jesus. And they cut all of his lines. I wonder why. Oh, I wonder why, Vince.
Yeah.
All right, Vanguard 2. Would you rather Retribution somehow turn into something cool or a WWE Bullet Club with AJ as the voice of the group?
Like they all are part of
You
it?
can't just call it Bullet Club, though.
No.
can't.
That's like a trademarked thing. Like it exists.
Yeah, I wouldn't want them just to be the
Yeah.
Bullet Club.
You could call it Bullets Club. Like
You know what? At
multiple
this
bullets.
point, they've flirted so much with Cole and Balor and AJ Styles and all that. I'm just like, fuck it. I don't want to see it anymore.
If you make the leader Miz or Kevin Owens, you can recover. You could, there could be some sort of like make them good again. Fucking can't think of the fucking word right now. Redemption,
Retribution.
There could be some there could be some redemption for this group, just like the AEW did with the Dark Order.
Right.
They were complete jokes, stupid segments. Like Retribution could go from we're gonna chainsaw the wrestling ropes, which was fucking stupid,
Right, yeah,
to
yeah.
oh my God, if it's the Miz or Kevin Owens, this could be great.
Yep.
And then Mrs. Moxley, hypothetical situation. We finally find out who the leader of Retribution is. It's CM Punk. What's your response? My response is, I guess I was dreaming.
Never gonna get it.
Yeah. My response is, oh, that was a weird dream.
Yeah.
Because it's not happening.
That would be my top pick. It would make so much sense.
Right.
He went around and sneakily like recruited a whole team to
Yeah.
fuck with Vince. For
Right.
sure. But it's never gonna happen.
Dashing Dan, Pushfire Barry, leaders of the group known as Retribution. Bo Dallas, Jinder Mahal, Bobby Roode. Clearly Bobby Roode.
Yeah, Push Rude, Fire,
Jinder.
I don't know.
Bo Dallas.
I think Fire
Sure,
Bo Dallas.
over Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, and then Barry Mahal.
Jinder Mahal?
Bo Dallas?
Sure.
All
I
you
don't know why
have to
they
do
never
is
put him part
believe.
of the Wyatt family because he's good.
Yeah.
I mean, wrestle. I don't know. Better than Jinder.
Kyle Foxton, last week it was the again button. This week, the wild card button. I just want to give a shout out to your soundboard for being the hardest working machine in sports.
Goddamn right.
Sports
Again,
entertainment.
won 4-3-2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 wild cards, 2 roll-ups.
Justin Stewart, what's the most important aspect of professional wrestling in you guys' opinion? The wrestling,
skills.
the mic skills, the characters.
Mic skills for sure.
Yeah.
The characters is a close second, but
Yes.
the mic skills.
Right, yeah,
It's all
mic
about
skills.
the mic.
Jake Baker, Pushfire Barry, Survivor Series matches, Retribution versus the Hurt Business, Retribution versus Team WWE, which is, a team of random wrestlers, and then Roman Reigns fighting Retribution by himself.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to fire Hurt Business. I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Well, but-
bury Roman.
Yeah.
And then I'll
Roman
push-
fighting him by himself, that would just make him a face again.
Yeah.
Right.
Joel Hansen, I'm curious to hear you guys' opinion on Jim Cornette. I've been listening to his podcast, and he seems to have a lot of opinions and thoughts in common with yours. I'm a loyal fan / patron supporter of What's Wrong with Wrestling, so I'm definitely not trying to plug in the podcast. Just curious to see how you guys feel about Cornette. And
We've talked about Cornette before.
we've talked about it many times.
Maybe on the Wednesday show
He's
more.
very
but
entertaining.
He's very entertaining. Sometimes he's an idiot, but most of the time he's funny and he's right.
Yeah. Prince Charming. So is Braun Strowman becoming a Hardy Boy now? That outfit is giving Doc Hendricks vibes.
For sure.
That's a good point. Michael Benson, which boss would you work for if you had to choose one? Vince McMahon, Gus Fring, Mr. Burns.
Gus Fring.
Gus Fring.
Probably Gus Fring.
Yeah.
Damn.
Although you might get killed.
He will. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Unless like you're like the manager of Los Pollos Hermanos.
Yeah, right. That's fine. Vince, you'd probably have to kiss his ass.
Yeah.
Literally.
Right. And Mr. Burns, you work in a shitty factory.
Yeah.
You have to choose between dental plan. Lisa needs braces. Anyways, Zaheen Rahman. So Retribution is exclusive to Raw now, because nothing says chaos and destruction like brand loyalty.
That is great.
God. Chris, not Cole, have you guys seen any of the stuff EC3 is doing in TNA? Way better than WWE. Also, that white TNA belt looks great. I have not seen what EC3's been doing, but that white belt is very nice.
Is he already a champ?
I don't know.
Oh.
But
no, Eric Young, I think, is the champ again.
Yeah, why?
Because he was a good champ for them, I guess.
But he's like 55.
Yeah. I'm sure he's doing great.
Ravishing Rick Moranis. Do you think Cedric Alexander feels pretty stupid, being he joined the Hurt Business to avoid them beating him up, only to have him beaten up by another group?
That's funny. Yeah. By the way, Cedric's mic skills aren't bad. Like, he can talk and complete a sentence and, like...
It's okay.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
He'll learn.
Carlos Ramirez, Pushfire Barry, JR interviews Mankind when he gave JR the mandible claw.
Okay.
Triple H, I am the fucking game, and then Kane after unmasking.
Kane after unmasking?
Yeah, because he said
Triple H.
I'm on fire!
Yeah.
Kane, I'm on fire!
I'm on fire, Kane.
These are all great. You can't fire any of these.
No, you really
You can literally fire the Kane one.
You could, yeah, you know what? That makes fire the Kane one. That makes sense. Joey Montez, Pushfire Barry, Vince near death moments. The limo blows up.
That's not near death. That was death.
That was
Killed him off.
The stage falls on him when they were doing the $1 million giveaway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give away another $1 million.
Paul, remember?
Yeah,
Dealing for Paul.
and then Austin executes him in front of the whole crowd.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
that was the best one out of all of them in terms of entertainment.
Yeah,
so push that. The limo blowing up never led to anything. Neither did the stage thing.
Well,
so
the limo blew up, and then
Chris Benoit blew up.
Jeez.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. Maddie Mania. Will Vince die one day after Triple H dies? Never. Or after injecting AEW with a lethal dose of poison.
There's probably a good chance he somehow buys or kills AEW before he dies.
Right.
Yeah. I think it's one day after Triple H.
That makes sense too.
Right.
If he offers Khan, like, I'll give you $100 million for AEW and it's worth 50, he's a businessman. He'd be like, absolutely. I would like.
Yeah, but he's
well,
he'd have
to go to Khan Senior.
No, that's what I'm saying. Who really owns it?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But Dad!
Paul, do you think the interaction between Murphy and Aaliyah Mysterio is sexual, and is Joe jealous? Yes and yes, I think.
Yeah.
Who's not jealous?
That's the right
She's
answer.
pretty cute.
Fair.
Casey Bailey, what's a better story for the Hurt Business? Feuding with a group of guys who wrestle in T-shirts who go by the Shirt Business? Or teaming up with a group of women and calling them the Skirt Business?
I thought you were going to go somewhere else
business. Yeah,
with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I kind of like Shirt Business.
Dan Hankinson, I could be wrong, but I swear I heard Joe say he appeared in an episode of Friends. If so, what episode?
Go to my Instagram. The 1 second clip is on there. Charlton Heston episode where Joey went fishing and he stunk and went on set. Had to use Charlton Heston's shower.
And Joe was Charlton Heston's ass.
I was a production assistant or something. I walked past the camera. It's funny. You didn't know this?
No.
How many years have you known me?
I know. I know basketball and like other things, but like I never knew about Friends. It's on your Instagram?
Basketball's the best one because it's the best shot.
Yeah.
Then JBL at the border. Which character immediately makes you disinterested in a feud? Mine are Baron Corbin and current day Dolph Ziggler.
Oh,
glorified, boring jobbers. It should have been me. Sheamus. I hate
Sheamus,
everything.
Corbin. Yeah, Corbin's a good one.
Yeah.
Corbin joins a feud. You're like, eh.
Sheamus, though, is the worst.
Yeah.
So that's all for fan questions.
So
next week,
There it was.
Wait, hold on.
Hold on. There it is. And
Do they tell you to walk across like that, or you just
No,
did it?
Eric, I did it on my own and they put it on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Is like Retribution like are they employees of WWE or are they a real like terrorist group?
Right.
No, of course. I don't know why it's so awkward, right? Like my whole body takes up the frame.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, fuck. Next week I have to defend my pay-per-view prediction
Oh,
championship.
do you now?
That I took from Eric.
Is it next weekend? Is the
Yeah. Clash of Champions.
That doesn't take long.
So make sure you subscribe to our podcast, give us a 5-star review, check out our website, what'swrongwithwrestling.com, like the show on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Wrong Wrestling, get a t-shirt at prowrestlingtees.com/what'swrongwithwrestling. Follow me, twitch.tv/AndrewTakerTTV. Go check me out on Twitch.
Piece of shit.
And become a supporter of the show at patreon.com/what'swrongwithwrestling. Thanks for the support, Eric. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no
You
problem.
jackass.
Jackhole.
Yeah, I'm an asshole.
You're the asshole.
Go get a Twitch, bitch. Okay, follow Eric on Instagram. As if there's anything like, come on now.
What? I do fun stuff on Instagram.
Okay, so fucking plug your shit.
E is
then.
for Eric on Instagram.
You didn't say
It's
that
not
when
E is for Eric.
you didn't do that to Joe when he plugged Tune Up, Eric.
That's
Just
a
saying.
business.
This is a business.
Wow.
This is a business.
Not your Twitch.
And how many of our fans live in Richmond, Texas?
Follow me on Instagram.
I don't think any.
E is
I think
for
technically
awesome.
there's 0.
There's a number 4 in there.
And by the way, first of all, one of our people who watches me on Twitch wants to fly from Australia to Houston just so we can go to Tune Up. So that's Jake on Twitch. So he might do that. So see, it all works out.
Well, it really does.
It all works out.
Yeah. All that for a $30 haircut. Which
But
I'll
really,
probably comp
the-
because
But hey,
it came from so far.
Free beer.
But still, I like to say Patreon last. That's the big patreon.com/what'swrongwithwrestling.
And
Pay-per-view recaps.
and free beer, great cuts.
But most importantly, Patreon.
Yeah.
Andrew Taker.
What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling. Oh no. And he's always right. Don't you dare have a different opinion. He sounds like Stone Cold Steve Austin. It kinda looks like Kevin Owens. Dean Ambrose is in his daydreams, and Charlotte is in his sex dream. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling. Oh no. Obnoxious, crazy, loud, egocentric, no doubt that's Joe. Self-proclaimed strongest and best-looking man in the world. Loves wrestling, but only part-time. Strong, big Flair's pretty sublime, yeah. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling, oh no. Eric's third most loved, and he can't really hold in his piss. He made hashtag push Eric, yeah, we'll push him off a cliff. He doesn't think Stacey Keebler is that high, and we almost forgot Josh. He's just a troll. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with